The House of Kuru, Part 2, Chapter 40. Panchali'S Swayamvara, Battle with Lowly Brahmanas. Drishtadyumna was stunned. Drupada was shocked and awed in disbelief. The Princess Panchali placed the garland made of white jasmine flowers around the neck of the Brahmana who won her. The rules were the rules, and King Drupada then commanded to release Panchali to the Brahmana who had won her in the contest of kings. This enraged the rest of the kings who were present in the arena. This man has somehow made a mockery of us. He has created a contest which no ordinary bowman or king would be able to win, and now in our presence, he wishes to doth this beautiful princess to a member of the priestly class. What greater insult is there for us? Asked Salya, the king of the Madra region. The Vedic tradition is that the Swayamvara is for the Kshatriya clan or members of the warrior class. This is not a place for Brahmanas. They have no claim in respect of a selection of a Kshatriya damsel. O kings, to protect our tradition and our ways of life, I say unto you, if the princess cannot choose a king amongst us, let she remain a virgin or jump into a fire. Let us slaughter the vile King Drupada and his son, said Sisupala. And now hundreds of kings rose from their seats, holding on to various weapons. King Drupada looked both confused and fearful. He was unsure of what the next course of action was, as a cohort of angry kings brandished their maces, swords, and clubs and advanced to the king who was now standing next to Arjuna and his daughter Panchali. Just then, Bhimasena appeared in front of the couple. The mighty Bhima had uprooted a large tree, divested it from its foliage, and stood with it on his shoulder. Just as he stood in front of the newly formed couple and their father, a large cohort of Brahmanas, members of the priestly class, stood up and approached the couple. Fear not, for we too will do battle with these arrogant kings, they said as they waved their deerskin clothing and water pots made of coconut shells and made battle cries with their wooden staves or rosary beads. This is when Arjuna smiled softly and approached them and said, Stand aside as spectators and watch, for you will not shed a single drop of blood as long as I stand next to you. And I will not allow one scratch to fall on any Brahmana, for this is my word, said Arjuna, the mighty bowman. And Bhimasena roared loudly. That roar sent shockwaves of terror amongst its recipients. Upon hearing that mighty titan roar, a large cohort of kings sat back down on their respective seats. So strong was that roar that even Drupada began to suspect that the two were not members of the priestly class. The mighty archer Arjuna unleashed a volley of arrows as a warning to any king who dared to fight him. And as soon as he did, another large retinue of kings stepped back. All except for one. Arjuna Karna stood his ground. Before I do battle to you, Brahmana, I wish to ask only one question to Panchali. How is this man worthy of the contest, but not I, a king and warrior? This is a lowly Brahmana, said Arjuna Karna, when a sliver of anger shot into Arjuna. Hold your tongue, Karna. Know this, my teacher and preceptor, Guru Drona, is a Brahmana. The son of Jamadagni, your preceptor, is the mighty warrior Parashurama. He is also known as Bhargavarama, and he too is of the priestly class. Do not insult the might of a Brahmana, roared Arjuna, holding his newly acquired steel bow as the two titans now began to slowly circle each other. Arjuna then launched the first series of arrows, and as the son of Surya, Karna, was unprepared for the onslaught, he took a hit from the arrows which caused him to stumble. He recovered quickly, and then the two warriors did battle. A spectacular show was put on for the audience in the amphitheater as Radheya and Kaunteya, the son of Kunti, fought like maddened lions. So fast was the sleight of their arms that the spectators thought that Jishnu had several arms, and so did Karna. Indra, the father of Arjuna, looked on with a mixture of pride and concern, while a ray of sunlight somehow managed to seep into the amphitheater and shined on Karna. The two titans fought majestically, and the whole amphitheater looked on as a volley of arrows showered the two warriors, and in time celestial weapons were pulled out. The moment the young Brahmana used the weapons of the gods, that is, the celestial weapons, the entire auditorium gasped in awe, and King Drupada once more swelled in pride to see his son-in-law wielding weapons only given to royal houses. Karna did not wait, as he too commenced battle with the celestial weapons. There were roars from fires and blasts from thunders and waves of impactful explosions as the two warriors fought with nothing held back. Suryodhana looked greedily at his friend and ally fighting like a ferocious beast, while the sons of Pandu kept a keen eye on their warrior Vibhatsu. Just then the king of Madra, Salyan, raised his large mace and slammed it hard on the ground, creating a large thunderous thud, and Bhimasena glared back at him. Bhima, you and Arjuna stay here and bring Panchali when it's safe to do so, while I take the twins and go back to the potter's house. Things will get too suspicious if all five of us jump into battle. People will no longer believe in the ruse of us being Brahmanas, and we will be identified as the sons of Pandu, the Pandavas. So do as I say, protect our brother and his newly acquired bride. Then come to the potter's house when it is safe to do so. I will leave now, whispered Yudhishthira, the firstborn son of Pandu, into the ears of Bhimasena, as Bhima nodded swiftly and took the large tree trunk above his head and rushed to meet the king of Madra. As he did, the two archers were fighting with furor and precision in an attempt to defeat the other. The father of Arjuna looked on with his pride as his son, the mighty bowman, launched missile after missile, and the sun shone on the adopted son of a charioteer. Bhimasena fought like a mad elephant with Salyan, his maternal uncle, careful not to hurt him, but strong enough to repel him. Salyan was the elder brother of Madri, thus making him the uncle of the twins Nakula and Sahadeva. Finally, when it became obvious that Salyan was fighting with tremendous force, Bhima could no longer just keep defending himself and repelling his maternal uncle. He managed to carry Salyan and throw him to a wall, causing him to lose consciousness. This sight was enough to cause fear into every nearby king, including Suryodhana, who had no idea who this stranger was. As the battle between the two bowmen raged on, the son of Surya, Karna, began to lose charge in his astras. They were beginning to show weakness. Yet the son of Indra, Arjuna, was fighting like his astras were just charged and ready for battle. This made Karna to wonder, who was this Brahmana? Who are you, Brahmana? You fight like Indra, the god of the celestials. Are you a divine being? Are you my preceptor Bhargavarama, or are you Mahavishnu himself disguised as a Brahmana? No being in the entire three worlds is capable of fighting me on the battlefield when I am in fury, excepting the Lord of all celestials, Indra, Jishnu, the son of Pandu, O my preceptor Bhargavarama, asked Karna, the son of Surya. On hearing his words, Jishnu, the son of Indra, replied, O Karna, I am neither Indra or Bhargavarama. I am, by your own words, merely a lowly Brahmana. By the grace of my preceptor, I wield the weapon of Brahma and Purandara, and I am here to vanquish thee in battle. Having heard this, the adopted son of Radheya, dropped his bow. You have proven me wrong, mighty Brahmana. The spiritual strength of a Brahmana is greater than that of a Kshatriya. This would explain why your weapons cease from discharging with every attack. You must have the Brahmana energy flowing through your veins, said Radheya. And the minute he dropped his bow, every king in the arena feared for the two lions dressed as Brahmanas. Wow! Dear Guru, how I wish I witnessed the battle between the son of Indra and the son of Surya. How thrilling it must have been to witness this. But tell me, dear Guru, why did the charge on Vaikartana Karna's astras drop while Jishnu's astras remain intact? Asked Janamejaya. Ah, dear student, the charge on the divine missiles remains stronger for those who are always performing penance and austerities on the mantra or the spell of the astra. When your great-grandfather Arjuna was in exile, he kept iterating on the mantras to charge the astras, while Karna was getting used to palace life in Angadesha. All the celestial weapons will run out of charge if you do not iterate on the mantra, said Vaishampayana. And what happens now? Does Panchali wed Jishnu? Asked Janamejaya. That will have to wait until the next episode of The House of Kuru, said Vaishampayana. I hope you liked today's episode of The House of Kuru. If you have not already, please subscribe to this channel and like this video so that you will be notified every time a new video is uploaded. Thank you.